Before starting the video, first of all I want to show the proofs of winnings, then I will start the video. Here you can see our user won 3000 rupees with just 30 rupees investment. Here you can see proof that team is belong to our fantasy team creator, and this one is Dream11. And also I will show you other winnings. You can see our user won first rank. Here you can see our user won in 8 contests with ranks 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. He just missed 1.5 lakhs. Here you can see team. This one is prime team. He winnings of total 8 contests. So this is the most powerful software. And also see other winnings also. User won 7th and 10th rank in 5 rupees constant. So in this Telegram channel I am providing strategies tips, and you should definitely join this Telegram channel. Now I will start the video. Hi friends, in this video I will explain different strategies present in fantasy team creator software, how to create teams and where to use these strategies, and in which situation what strategy you should use. I will explain in detail everything in this video. Please watch the video until end. Here you can see the upcoming matches. First of all, in fantasy team creator software you can create teams in 5 ways. First one auto create, second one smart generation, third one advanced generation, fourth one you will get teams through prime bookings, fifth one expert prediction. So I will explain one by one. Please watch carefully. Take example of any match to show how to create the teams. Let's take example of Women's T20 League Uttar Pradesh versus Bangalore second match. Click on that second match. See, first of all this is a total player section. So here you can see all players from both teams. Batting section, all-round section, bowling section. You can select up to 22 players from both teams. You can also drop any player if you don't require. See bottom, first way to create teams is auto create. I will explain about this auto create later. Let's see first of all smart generation, advanced generation. So select the players. I am selecting just to play last match players. You can select according to your requirement or after lineups. I am just selecting for example purpose only. See, I selected 11 players from both teams. Click on continue. Here you can see two strategy sections. One is smart generation, which is perfectly suits for mega leagues, accurate GL teams. Second one is advanced generation section. This is perfectly suit for all leagues, mainly grand leagues. This section has high winning chances. I will tell difference between these two sections. First of all, smart generation. Smart generation, when should you use this section? See, smart generation strategy should use when you don't have any knowledge of match or you don't have any time to make analysis. So in that case you can use smart generation. Smart generation will create teams with just 2 to 3 questions. Advanced generation, you have more control over creating the teams. First of all, let's click on smart generation. Choose strategy. Here you can see it will ask simple 3 questions. First one, which team you favor? I already mentioned in previous videos, always try to take only one team favor. It will help you to increase grand league winning chances. So mostly go with one team favor. If both teams are strong like India versus Australia, you can go with both. For now let's go with Bangalore. You can also go with both if two teams are strong. Rules, old rules or new fantasy rules. I will go with old plus new fantasy rules for this women's Premier League. Based on series you can take rules according to that. In men's IPL mostly dream team will come from old rules, and women's IPL mostly dream team is coming from new rules also. So for I am taking old plus new rules. Teams type you want, which means standard, risky, both. Standard means standard players which are top class players will come as captains. In Indian team, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Bumrah, such players will come as captain. Risky means low selection percentage players will also come as captains. Those players whom you not expect to come as captains will also come as captains. In such cases you can select risky. Both means both standard plus risky type of players will come as captain, but I will mostly suggest you go with standard or both. Sometimes you can also take risky. Now let's go with standard. See, next it will directly go to number of teams section. Here you can enter the number of teams that you want to generate. Suppose if I enter 20 generate teams. See, here you can see teams were generated through smart generation. These teams are accurate to join in mega leagues or grand leagues. So this is the one way to create teams. You can also filter teams by using advanced filter also. Analytics also, you can see the analytics and you can filter here also. So this is one way to create teams. Second way is advanced generation section. See, this section is important. You need to know everything about the match to use this section. What are the inputs required for this advanced generation section I am providing in Telegram channel. Use those inputs and create teams. Click on continue. So here advanced generation section, choose advanced generation section. First section is local player section. In advanced generation section, first section is local player section. Here you need to lock or fix any number of players up to 8. Suppose if I lock Healy and another player, some random player, so these two players will be present in every generated team that I am now going to create. If I lock C Harris also, see these three players will be present in every generated team that now I am going to create. Click on continue. Captain player section, those players that you are selecting will come as captains in your final generated teams. See, if I select these some random 4 to 5 captain options, these 5 players only will come as captains. See, always take 4 to 6 captains. It will help you to increase Grand League or Mega League winning chances. Don't take excessive captains or limit the captain options. Next, click on continue. Similarly, for vice captains also, you can go with some 7 to 9 vice captain options. I am taking some random captain options. So these are all inputs I will provide in Telegram channel. Use those captain options. So fixed players, vice captain options, partition, everything I will provide in Telegram channel. Use those and create by your own. This is more specific of creating teams. See, next one is partition section. Here you can see partitions. If I take 6-5, in my final generated team, 6 players will come from UP, 5 players will come from Bangalore. 7-4. So here like this you can take partition. Click on continue. Player percentage selection strategy. There are 2 patterns. Always try to take pattern 1. If you have knowledge, you can also go with pattern 2. But I will suggest to take pattern 1 only. 5-6 and 6-5 or 4-7. So which means 0 to 50% sell by players will be 4. 50 to 100% sell by players will be 7. Click on continue. Role frequency section is you have control over a team. How many batsmen you want, how many bowlers you want in your final generated team. Suppose in Bangalore team, if I want at least 2 to 4 bowlers, I will select 2, 3, 4, which means in my final generated teams from Bangalore, either 2, 3 or 4 bowlers will come. Remaining bowlers will come from UP. If I select only 3 bowlers will come from Bangalore. Those 3 bowlers be any type of bowlers, any bowlers, but those 3 bowlers only from Bangalore. Suppose if I select from batting section 1 or 2 batsmen will come from Bangalore in my final generated teams. Like that, you have control over specific role of players in particular team, like how many batsmen you want, how many all-rounder you want in your final generated teams. If you don't have idea, you can skip. See, next is go with the suggested credit range, software suggested credit range, or whatever the credit range I mentioned in the Telegram channel, you can also go with those. Click on continue. Combinations, go with the suggested combinations that I mentioned in Telegram. So take combinations according to pitch report. Suppose if pitch is batting, take batsman or batting all-rounder more combinations. If pitch is bowling, you can take bowler or bowling all-rounder more combinations like 1-3-2-5, 1-3-1-6. For batting 1-5-2-3, 2-4-2-3, like that. Click on continue. See, here number of teams. Again, enter the number of teams that you want to generate. If I enter 20 generate teams. See, similarly teams were generated. This is the next way to generate teams. First way we discussed is smart generation. Next way is advanced generation. But this is most powerful way to create teams. This will create more accurate teams because we are giving some inputs, more number of inputs to create accurate teams. This is another way to create teams. Next way is, now let's discuss about auto create, how to use auto create. Click on this UP versus Bangalore match. Click on auto create. Using auto create, you can create Grand League teams, Small League teams, head-to-head teams. So take rules according to your requirement. Go with new rules. Click on Grand League teams. See, if you are using auto create, don't directly create 10 or 20 teams and join with them. I am suggesting you to create at least some 50 to 100 teams. It is not mandatory, but it is just my suggestion. You can also go with 10 to 20 teams and directly join, but my suggestion is for auto create GL teams, you can create more teams and you can filter, because in auto create GL teams, all type of players will come as captain or vice captain. All type of combinations, possible combinations will come. So by creating more teams, and you need to filter here. See, advanced filter, and what are the captain options that you want. Suppose if I create teams using auto create, and I want this Healy as captains, Healy and Richa Ghosh, these 2 players I want as captains in my generated teams. I will add these 2 players and I will click on add filter. See, 7 teams will be filtered, Healy and Ghosh. So these 2 players captain teams will be 7. I got those filter teams. I can save those teams by clicking on save teams button. In this way, you can filter captain selection. You can add any number of filters up to 7. I can also add combination. So I will add these 4 combinations. If I add these 4 combinations, see, no teams, 0 teams. So I need to add some other combinations. See here you can see one team. So in this way you can create more teams using auto create and filter them according to your requirement. Whatever if you want these captains, particular captains, if you can select here. If you want person selection, you can add that person selection and you can filter. So it is my suggestion to create more teams and add filters, whatever the filters you want. You can add partition filter, which team you favor. Here you can see top UP Bangladesh, you can take according to your filter. So add filters according to your requirement and join with those. It have very high chance similar to advanced generation. So this is the another way to get teams. Fourth way is prime bookings. Whenever book teams option is available, you can book prime teams for that particular match. Suppose here you can see Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka T20, book teams option is not available, so you cannot book prime teams now. When book teams option available, you can book. See, now you can see book teams option for that particular match. Click on that match. Below book teams button is present. Click on book teams button. You can book up to max 15 teams. I am booking 15 teams. Okay. If I click on again on that match, you can see booked button in place of book teams. After you got booked, please wait until lineups. Our expert will make some detailed analysis on that particular match and will share prime teams after lineups. So please wait until lineups. Now you can see teams available, which means prime teams are available for that match. Click on that match. Below in place of booked, you can see prime teams button is present. Click on that prime teams button, which means teams are available. Here you can see these are the prime teams. You can directly join with these prime teams. Click on Dream11 copy. If you click on Dream11 copy, automatically the dream will transfer to Dream11. You can also save prime teams. In this way you can get teams through prime teams. And fifth way is through expert analysis. You can also get teams through expert analysis. Our expert will give some analysis on that match and you can create teams by just one click. I will show you. See, for Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka T20, here you can see expert analysis option is available. If expert analysis option is available for that match, you can click on that. You can see below expert prediction is available. Click on that. So expert prediction type standard. On this you can see complete pitch report. This report is not correct, I am just showing for example purpose. So here you can see complete pitch report about that match, like pitch location, batting, weather, average score, winning analysis, predicted playing 11, and drop data, locker data, captain data, and every strategy is provided here. You can use the strategy, what are the combinations, patterns, and everything. This is the expert analysis. If you click on create teams, automatically teams will be created based on this expert analysis. So this is the last way to create. These are the 5 ways that you can create teams. This is the most powerful software in India. You should definitely try this software. Link is mentioned in description. Join Telegram and contact me through WhatsApp.